We passed a small milestone today in that earlier this morning, version 3.0 of the CNC machine frame did pass the first phase of the test, which was the horizontal test. And in the horizontal test, essentially both axles are fixed and then they're pulled apart and pushed back together again to kind of simulate pulling the frame apart for 50,000 cycles. And so that was a test that earlier versions of the frame had failed on because we had an issue with the ports and the design of the head tube. So that has been remedied, at least one small victory there. We move on now to many other phases of the test. These will be running really for the next 10 days or so. And the next phase is the vertical portion of the test, which essentially simulates, instead of stretching it and compressing it horizontally, it does that vertically. And so that is running right now as I record this. Great question came in. Why don't they use shocks on the bikes when they're testing them? They use like a fixed shaft. It's because I believe most of these testing protocols predate even the existence of full suspension bikes. So they test everything as if it's a hardtail. Doesn't necessarily make sense, but that is what has been decreed, and so that is how we test. And then that's also the reason that you have to do additional tests, which we have planned as well, to more simulate the additional stresses on modern bicycles with full suspension systems. So we'll see how things go, but past the first phase.